Curb Culture. I'm Jillian, your host, and this is Danielle, 405 Curb Appeals. Please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about the area and what got you in the industry, and just a little bit of your backstory.
I am from Prague, Oklahoma. I do most of my work as Oklahoma City, Yukon, and kind of the surrounding areas there. I got into this. I actually was in logistics trucking for almost 25 years. And I got out. Now I'm an artist full time. But the way that it started is that my boyfriend, he does custom crating and he's in these neighborhoods and he's like, somebody could really make some money painting curbs. I just kind of left it in the back of my mind and then I came across a video, a group out in LA and they did phenomenal work. I was blown away. It was palm trees and a sunset and I was like, that's art. I could do that. And so once I started researching how are they doing this, those can't be hard stencils, and started learning about the stencil cutter and all that. I had to start somewhere because that's an investment. And I did 5 curbs for free in my little town here to get my hands dirty, and
Yes.
experience like how the paint works on the concrete, some different things like that. I learned a lot from those 5 curbs. And from those
That's
5 curbs, I got 8 paying curbs.
Well, was it from them driving by?
Yeah, so just
8 people. That's great.
correct. Yeah, the neighbors,
Wow.
just people driving by, people that lived in the area. And yeah, so that took off. I got these 8 curbs. I reinvested all of it back before I actually had that 5th free one done, the one that I had committed to. I still
Yeah.
did it for free, even though I'd been paid now at this point by like probably 4 or 5 curbs. That
Right.
last one, I still did it for free. And that was my first one, the Cricut machine. Yeah, I did a chalkboard drawing and
Oh, I need to see that.
yeah, that was the first one I ever did. I was blown away how perfect it came out, how few touch-ups I had to do because I'm like obsessive, right? So I get down
Yes.
there with paintbrush and I make sure that, my lines are perfect.
Yes.
So yeah,
Your work is great.
thank you.
And it shows that you're very, very artistic. I love it. And I can definitely relate. What's the longest you spent on a curb?
Probably like probably 4 or 5 hours. Because if it didn't go right, like I fix it. I fix it. Like,
Yeah,
and I think it was probably the second one I ever did with a Cricut, and it was really challenging. It was a skeleton, and it says mutant off road, and so it's like a skeleton climbing out of the O and off road, and
what a custom curb that is. Very custom sounding.
yeah, it was very difficult. It was challenging. What happened with this was the green just kept mixing. It just didn't dry right. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
the paint, I don't know, or the humidity. It just wasn't right. And I kept going back because this is right next to the high school in town. And,
yeah,
people are going to see
right.
this.
Everyone's driving by.
It's got to be perfect. Yeah. And they have a monster truck. That's what this Mutant Off Road is. It's their logo for their monster truck and, the business that they have. So
We got to make it
yeah,
perfect. That's a lot of
it has to
pressure.
be
Yeah,
perfect.
I get
Yeah.
that. I want to talk about the segment. It's called Curbs Across America. And it's just basically how your weather is in your area, the extreme weathers, and how you've dealt with them. Tell me about
Yeah.
your area.
So it's Oklahoma and it was 100. Oh my gosh. It was over 100 degrees on the concrete. I should have brought a thermometer. It was probably 115 something. I have no idea, but
Like, feels
I,
like it.
oh my gosh, it was so hot. And then
Is it
we have
humid up there?
only like there were parts of it when we have a storm coming in that it was really humid. And so we'd have like these thunderstorms out of nowhere. And
Right.
I got rained on a couple times, but yeah, there's so many challenges to the heat. The stencil stretches, certain brands stretch, and it may not stick very well. So I ran into some issues with that. But so some of the things that I did to kind of shield myself from the burning hot sun was I bought a pop-up beach canopy. You can just fit 2
How do you like
lawn.
that?
I'm all done cooking today. The sun is at its highest. And so I've set up my handy dandy little pop-up. Pretty cool little thing here. Sets up in minutes. Ozark Trail, baby. Got this sucker from Walmart. $50 investment. And yeah. So let's get this curb.
So it doesn't fly away?
So I did have to anchor it. So
Okay.
I bring a lot of equipment with me. So I
Yeah.
have a generator. I bring the Cricut. I cut the stencil. Yes.
Wow.
I
Oh my
usually find
gosh.
a yeah.
How smart.
I find a spot of shade if I can. If not, I just do it in the sun. I've been burnt so many times, so, I don't care. So because I can custom cut to the size, and not every curb is the same size. Some of them might be 5 or 6 inches high. Some of them I might have 7 or 8 inches, and I don't know until I get there. I will cut it and take up as much real estate as I can.
Yeah,
So
that's such a great idea. I feel like
yeah,
every single guest has given me just great ideas. That is perfect. Bringing the Cricut is, I'm sure, a game changer.
yeah,
But
it
is
is.
that what your generator's for?
That and also the angle grinder. It's got 2 outlets. It's a good sized generator. It's a Honda Whisper, so I can plug in the Cricut, the grinder, the cell phone, keep all that charged. Oh, I had to stick my phone and keep it in the cooler in the ice pack.
Yeah,
Oh my
so it doesn't
gosh.
overheat. I
Yeah.
know. Mine overheats a lot. Just like
Yeah.
it's or in the car sometimes. Like if it's in the car, it's still gonna overheat. It
Yeah.
gets so hot out here. Has it ever like tornadoed over there? Sorry, I'm sure it has. But like while you're out there?
No, not while I was out there. No. No.
Okay.
I've had some storms out of nowhere that the wind picks up or tries to blow my tent away. Actually, probably the scariest thing that happened to me was I was doing these curbs. It was a front and top flag on both sides of the driveway, and I
Yeah.
generally park behind my workspace so that I can block traffic with my car because
Right.
this is a real
Same.
concern. I'm scared for my
Yes, it
life.
is. It's scary.
Yeah.
You sometimes, you
They
know?
don't. So I'll park behind myself. And so I had the blue tent out at this time too. It's my car, the blue tent, and another car in front of me. And I was in the tent painting, and I hear a car fly by, whack. And I jumped up out of that tent, and they had hit the mirror on the car ahead of me.
That
Yeah,
is so
that's scary.
scary.
That was
That is so scary.
very scary.
You know, one time I had a mailman pull up. I was like on the curb, just painting, and I literally thought I was gonna die from the carbon monoxide hitting me. Like
Oh my gosh.
I, I actually had to get up and be like, "Hey,
No.
can y'all can?" Because she was taking her time and she was like on the phone, and I was like, "I'm actually dying, and I'm trying to paint."
What?
But I mean, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's okay. I needed to get up."
Yeah.
That was pretty scary, but
Yeah.
I've never been close to being hit, I don't think, but, it's a really good idea to keep maybe a cone or something, or like you said,
Yeah.
I do that too, where you park behind yourself so that even if somebody's gonna come hit you, they'll hit the car first, hopefully,
Mhm.
if that's hopefully not at all, but safety out there, you guys, everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Safety first. So tell me a little bit about your murals because I love your murals. They're incredible. And I'm a muralist too. So very interested to
Cool.
hear
Yeah.
how you got your jobs and your favorite one. I know we saw one recently. Tell us about how you got that gig.
I had a store. I used to do murals, chalkboard murals around the side of it. I had 5 chalkboards around it. And so I change them up all the time. And I did a couple of small signs for people that was paid work, but mostly I just did it for myself. But that's something that I'm very interested in continuing. I just threw an ad out. Facebook Marketplace is going to be your best friend. I have
It is.
not done any
I
door
agree.
knocking at all. All of my work has been somebody's approached me or a response to one of my ads. So I just threw an ad out there for murals and posted some of the work that I've done for myself. And I landed this one job in Tulsa, and I freehanded it. It was a 8 by 12, I want to say. The window was maybe 8 by 12. And
Mm-hmm.
so I drew a grid, 1 foot square grid with dry erase
Yeah.
marker, and then freehanded this mural on there as close as I could get to the reference photo. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I just did that.
Love that. That
That's
is,
my
I
response to
mean,
a lot of the work I've done is like, "Holy cow, I can't believe I just did that."
yeah, you'll surprise yourself with what you can do, you
Yeah.
know? You just push yourself. And it's funny because I feel like, yeah, I think it was Missy and Willie. They were like, "You always say you can do it. Like, no matter what, if they are asking, can you do this?" And like, yes, I can,
Yes. I
because
don't know
you
how,
can, and
but I
you'll figure
figured
it
out.
out. Exactly. So
Yeah.
no, it was so gorgeous. It made me definitely like notice you a lot more with that mural. I mean, it was just like incredible. I know I've seen your stuff before, but that was just like shocking. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
so beautiful. And another thing is like, window painting is hard, you know? It is not easy out there, you guys. If you are trying to do it, it's not easy. Can you tell us what you did to make it look so vibrant?
So on the back of, well, I started out with my kind of a basic sketch, but I used white house paint to draw where I'm going to paint, but it's got to be white. And then when you paint on top of it, if it's white behind it and it's not just the glass, then it makes those colors kind of stand out. If you just paint on the glass directly with the color, it's could take 10 coats before it's thick enough to like be a consistent color. So that white really helps a lot. Um,
That's good
yeah.
to know. And I was gonna say, doesn't it kinda, like, come off if you don't, like, put something as a base? Like,
Yeah,
do you know
kind
what
of
I
a
mean? It'll start to, like,
mhm.
kind of flake off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
is it were you having that problem? That was so
I
discouraging for me.
I did, well, I kind of did at my own store. I kind of knew that just from painting my own windows there. I watched a couple of videos, some other mural artists, and they said use white paint, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, and it worked out. This other mural that I'm working on right now. So I bought this VR headset
Yes,
after
yes.
doing that mural in Tulsa. I bought the VR headset. I bought an Oculus Quest 2, and there's a program called Stencil, and I'm absolutely fascinated. Like I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I'm gonna paint everything.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
if it
same.
doesn't move away quickly, I'm gonna paint it.
Talk about the virtual reality headsets, the next level, art we can produce at a mass scale using this VR headset. Um, I use stencil too, and contour is another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's contour and stencil, and it is insane. You can take any image and blow it up to scale, make it flush, and then, I'm sure there's like anchoring it or something, but you can go in there and trace it.
Mhm.
And it gives you a good start so that you don't have to like worry about projectors or any kind of,
Yeah.
like you did the grid system, right? Which can be difficult.
It
So
was.
so yeah, tell me what sparked your interest to go and get a VR headset,
Yeah.
and how have you used it yet?
Oh, yes. So what got me on this was, I like again, I come across a video on TikTok where
Yeah.
the mural artist is using VR, and I was like, that's incredible. And I think it was actually for a parking lot, a parking space, like a senior
Wow,
parking space.
that's
And
cool.
yeah, I was like, that
It's like
is
similar to what we do.
incredible. Yeah, I'm just absolutely blown away. So I got it like literally last week. I've had this mural like in waiting. I'm working on a back patio right now. So they have a brand new brick house, and the back patio I just painted it black, and they wanted the Thunder logo on it, right? So
Yes,
I am not, yeah, there's no way I can freehand that. There's no way. If I'm off
especially
anywhere,
work.
there's letters on there and it's got to line up. It has to line up, or it has to be
Right.
perfect if you're off at
Yeah,
all. With the curbs and even the murals, like I want it to look like somebody stuck vinyl on that. Like perfect. Yeah.
same.
So I got it on Tuesday, I think, and I didn't get to use it until Friday. I loaded it up there on the back porch at this house and pasted the image on the wall and went to town. I used chalk
Yeah.
to make my outline, and then yeah, and then just like paint. I couldn't believe how fast that went.
Oh my, so it was failing after that,
Oh
or
yeah. Yeah, it
yeah,
was perfect. It was so perfect, and it's all lined up exactly perfectly. Like I couldn't be happier with how that worked out. Yeah.
yeah. So when I got mine, I was like, I really want something big to draw on, but I couldn't get like I didn't have anywhere to do that. Still haven't done it yet. But I did, do a couple of like drawings or something just to kind of mess with it. And you start to draw and it kind of gets a little distorted. Was there challenges using it?
A little bit. I did notice that it did kind of do that. Yeah, I did notice that it kind of moved when I was. Some of it was guesswork. I have done that Thunder logo so many stinking times on a curb. Like I'm telling you, that is the most popular request is the Thunder logo. And holy moly, because they won the championship.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so
Oh, well,
everybody
that,
wants the
of
Thunder,
course.
and it's not that easy of a design, in my opinion, it's not that easy of a
Yeah,
design. It's 5 colors. You gotta remove pieces, have a lot of dry time. So I've memorized. I can almost draw that one in my sleep.
I can see that. I see a lot of it through the feeds. I can
Yeah.
see how that. You live and breathe that, logo. But yeah, so the VR was, like I had a couple of challenges, but I'm really interested to see what it would be like on a wall. I'm sure it may be a little different, because I'm putting it on paper and I'm honestly
Yeah,
like moving. So maybe that's what's causing it to like kind of get offset or whatever. But I'm
maybe.
interested to see how the wall situation will work. Because maybe it might be easier, you know? I think that's the future is this VR stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. You joined our community back in May, is that correct? How has it been to know that you have other supportive curb painters that are, coaching you, helping you, encouraging you along the way?
Yeah, the original curb painters. I came
Mhm.
across Andrea's art.
Yeah,
They're in
Curve of Art.
Dallas.
So
Yes,
good,
Curve
yeah,
of Art. Oh my gosh.
so
And
good.
they're so amazing and they're like so supportive. And I felt like they were just patting me on the back like really
All the
hard, you know
time.
what I mean?
They're so good.
Yeah. And so they invited me to the group and
Oh, good.
yeah, and everybody has just been so helpful, like little tips and tricks and we're just kind of like challenging each other to do the best we can
I
possibly do, you
know.
know? It's like
It's a secret challenge. No, I'm joking. I feel like we all, like, know that that's what we're doing, but
yeah, we're just like
it's
kind of like a
over
little
the top.
competitive, but like not, you know?
Absolutely. That
Yeah,
is so cool.
so fun. And then everybody's so supportive, even if you know you did something wrong or whatever on that, and it might even get pointed out to you, but it's in the most productive kind of way, you know? It's definitely constructive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And lots of
Yeah.
advice, like if you screwed up, like, hey, that, you could have done this or this, but it's
Right.
totally in a constructive way and
Well, it's
in
what
the
we
most
need.
respectful way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Because
is
whenever
absolutely.
sometimes it's hard, like, we have to learn as we go, you know? There used to be no education online until curb culture came in, but
Yeah.
anyways, we'll talk about that later. No, but it's hard, like, we have to learn as we go, and our mistakes are how we learn, so, yeah, this group has been so helpful in that way because we can ask a
Yeah.
question and 10, 15 people will chime in, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
been really great.
yeah. I know that you have said that you actually reached out to somebody to help you with your kickoff of your curbs. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so Kaylee is in the group, and when I first got started, she was so helpful. Like she invited me to Tulsa to work with her,
Yeah,
and
it's
kind of
really
guide
nice.
me and coach me through. I just the generosity, she totally was generous with her time. And I didn't actually end up getting to work with her, but we've had several phone calls and video calls or even like
Cool.
back and forth videos. Matter of fact, she made my logo for me. Like
Yes,
that's
that's
how
awesome.
supportive the group is. Like the members,
Yes.
some of them will make your logo for you. And
Mhm.
yeah, just absolutely where everybody's patting each other on the
They are,
back.
like, just across the
Yeah.
board, everybody from, like, helping to make stencils for each other or making,
Yeah.
like, files or wherever we fall short, I feel like somebody out there in that Kirk group has been able to, like, help us, achieve our goals that way. Such a cool group, love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so grateful that everybody's so supportive about this podcast too. I mean, it would not be able to take off at all unless it was with for you guys.
So excited since I heard that this was happening
Yeah.
because everybody doesn't know that you can get literally just about anything put on a curb. These are mini
Yes.
murals. The sky's the limit. I can't paint the sky.
The universe is the limit. No, I'm joking. Seriously, I agree. I love the clients that let us artistic
If you create,
freedom.
yes,
Yes.
creative authority.
I
Yeah.
love those. Those are like the best. And
Yeah.
that's whenever it gets posted on the group and I'm like, look what I did, guys. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
One of my customers, she said, "What I have here is a beach scene, and so I'd like something kind of like that, and just
Mhm.
creative authority, right?"
Cool.
And I was doing 2 curbs, 1 on each side of her driveway. So I'm like, "How am I gonna do this?" I was looking at what was there. I didn't have it there wasn't really any pictures that I saw that I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's the one,"
Yeah.
and like as far as stencils go, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, what if I watched a TikTok video and you know those spray painters that like do universes
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
yes.
this one though, I watched a 5-minute video and they did like a sunset and palm trees. I was like, I could do that. Right. So
Yes.
I watched a 5-minute video and I had my plastic bag. I tore a piece of cardboard and used it to make the mountains or the hills. And then I brushed on the trees and it came out phenomenal. The sunset, the curb. And then the other curb on the other side of her driveway is a full moon. And then there's like some mist and three crosses. And yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorites. That one was. And it didn't take very long either.
So pretty. You said it didn't take long?
No, it was
No?
faster than using stencils, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
because
so
stencils
fun
are
too.
I can see stencils being really hard. I don't use them very much. I don't use vinyl. I really want to learn. So I will be learning. I know that someone will teach
Wow,
me
you
soon.
don't use vinyl? I've seen your work.
I only hand paint
It's
those.
oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
No, they look like
Yeah,
stickers sometimes. I'm like, "Oh my
they
gosh."
do.
They look so cool, but I mean, it takes
Yeah.
me days sometimes. So I don't recommend this by any means. Like, stencils are where it's at if you can use them. So I'm gonna be
Yeah.
learning. I know that, I have a few people that will be teaching me sooner than later. I think my struggle, and maybe you can even help with this, I think the struggle is from, like, okay, I'll cut it, and it'll be great, and I'll put it on the little transfer paper, and then that's whenever it goes to heck. Like, I cannot take it off of that stencil paper and attach it to
Oh,
anything. It just doesn't work. I don't know if it's like, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong.
is it the transfer tape? Is it
I don't know if it's like that.
is it applying it or is it taking the transfer tape off?
It's applying it
Both?
initially and
Applying
then taking the transfer tape paper
Yeah.
off.
So I struggled with different brands of stencil
Yeah.
and like the
Tell us
ones
which
that
one
you
you
get
like.
I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a V. I got it off of Amazon. I got a bulk
Okay.
roll and it's like a real blue color. And that doesn't seem to stretch. Yeah, it doesn't seem to stretch as much. Yeah, it's like 50 feet. It's what like 12 by 50 feet. Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like that wasn't real stretchy and the heat didn't affect it as much. The Cricut brand and the Hobby Lobby and Walmart version,
Yeah.
I really struggled with that and I was very frustrating early on because the material I'm using just does not work at 110 degrees
No.
and
I have that
it
struggle.
doesn't stick. Yeah. And then the transfer tape, like may your adhesive be stronger than your transfer tape,
Yeah.
because when you go and pull that off, like it's frustrating to
It is.
stretch and tear the stencil because you can't get that tape off, which is another reason to have that printer with me.
Yeah, and
If I
okay,
ruin it,
such a game changer, right?
yeah, I don't have to go all the way home. I live an hour away from, it's an hour from here to the city. Yeah. So,
That is a long way. Uh,
yeah.
so I was gonna say there is window cling that I've tried before.
Uh-huh.
Interesting enough, it worked once, and then the second time didn't work so well. But
Yeah.
have you ever tried that? It's window
Uh-uh.
cling. It doesn't stick super sticky, like it's not gonna like peel your paint, but it is
Huh.
gonna stick.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't.
I would try it one time, just a little bit if you ever get it on sale or something, just see if you like it. Because technically, I mean, unless it's like a super intense design, it just clinged right onto the curve,
Yeah.
and it
Huh.
was, like, really interesting, or don't try it, I don't know. Honestly, like, I give really weird advice, but it's fine, works for me.
Early on, before I learned about transfer tape, because when I
Yeah,
first got the machine, I'm like, okay, I cut the stencil. Now, how am I going to get it off of that, onto the curb and off of this paper
yeah,
and like have it hold together? And what I ended
right,
up doing the first couple times was I used Scotch tape and just like stick it on there and then gently
okay.
peel it off. That was challenging, but it worked. It was challenging, but it worked.
So you mean
And
using
then,
that to, like, as your transfer paper,
yeah,
essentially?
yeah, using
Okay,
tape.
that does
Yeah.
sound
Just
challenging.
like Scotch tape. Yeah, it was very
That's what
challenging.
I'm saying. We have to learn the hard way a lot of times. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
And so,
crazy.
another thing that I learned the hard way on is that on those Cricut machines, there's a dial you can turn it to custom. And when you turn it to
It
custom,
depends on which
then
one
you
you
can
have. Which
change
one do you have?
it's the Explorer Air 2.
Okay. I have
You
the
can turn
3,
it to
and so what do you mean by custom?
yeah, so there's a knob on there. You turn it to
Oh,
custom
okay.
And then when you set your materials, you can type in stencil and it says stencil vinyl. So when it cuts only the stencil vinyl and not the backing.
Okay,
I was
yes. Okay, that
having
that is a
that
setting you
problem.
can choose.
Yeah.
I wanna say in the actual design space, you can choose it that way, not on the actual machine, though, where it's called, like, a
Yeah.
kiss cut, and then it's called, I think, kiss cut, and that one's just, like, it just does the top, not the
Yeah.
whole material.
Yeah.
Is
But
that what you mean?
I saw, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Because but early
Okay,
on, it was cutting the all the way
the
through.
whole thing. That was really challenging to take off.
Yeah. So
I
the
can see
first,
that.
like, probably 2 months that I used this machine, cutting all the way through, I kind of winged it sort of when I first got it, and then I did watch a video, and that's how I came across that custom setting, and that I could
Okay.
find stencil vinyl in there, and it would cut it the way it's supposed to.
Oh, well, I mean, it
It
worked
changed
out, I
everything.
guess.
Yeah.
You have your artistic talent as backup in case anything
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
That's good. That's where it's at. Yeah, another segment that we have on the curb confessions. Just tell us about a curb confession.
I've gotten some really big tips. I have gotten anywhere from, I mean, obviously 0, but I've gotten a $100 tip before, and I was just like, "Wow." On a $100 curb, I got a $100 tip.
So cool. I know, I had one too. I think I charged him $100. He gave me 260, and I think and it was because it started raining on me. This is some good luck, really. Today's gonna be a
Yeah.
good day slash the whole week, okay? So, where's your advertising at?
I advertise on Marketplace, but then I also make a post on my personal page and also the
Mhm.
405 Curb Appeal page, and I will post that in every local yard sale group, real estate group, just anything like that, like Oklahoma City Classifieds, anything like that. I'll put a post there. And then a lot of times that where I've done a curb at, they'll post that in their neighborhood group.
Yes.
There's
That's
all these
always
little,
so great when they're willing to help us.
yeah, and I do have some signs too. I've gotten a lot of calls on the signs. So on
Yeah,
both
so
sides, and it has my rates and phone number and just kind of a AI generated picture that I
yeah,
got when I first started doing
sure.
this. And but the signs have really worked out. So I've got 3 of them and I just kind of leave them. I'll have one and I'll just put it out there while I'm painting because people ask me for my business card all the time and I don't have
Yeah.
them yet. I got to
We'll
do
get you
that.
some. We need to get you some,
I
girl.
know, I know. I get asked yeah, every day I'm out working curbs, I get asked for a business card and I don't. So I might flash the sign, they can take a picture, or I'll text them or direct them to the 405 Curb Appeal page.
Is it just Facebook that you have, or do you have a website?
No, I just have Facebook and yeah, and I do post videos like on TikTok and I try really hard to remember that Instagram is a thing.
If y'all don't know, I started a curb culture school. But, basically, it is just courses that we are having for any kind of aspect of curb painting that you could possibly think of, we're gonna have a course for. And we forget about it all the time. But it's like through life, we have to mark it. But it's so hard, and if you're already out there videoing, which
Yeah.
it's important. Anyways, but yeah, you guys join school, please.
Yeah, I
Danielle, you'll
can't
have to
wait
check out
because
those courses.
yeah, I can't wait on the marketing one because
Yeah,
that is like a real struggle for me is creating reels and taking time to do that and learn about all these different places that I can advertise myself.
there'll be all kinds of different, things that I've learned from school. You guys, I went into debt for you guys, okay? School's expansive and I did this for y'all. No, I'm joking. But I learned a lot, okay? A lot about all this digital marketing stuff and it's just incredible what they have now, even just a couple years ago compared to that. So, yes, so I will let you know as soon as it comes out. And also, I just put out a branding one. So, it's like it's a workbook on how to name your company, how to create your color brand, your slogan. I mean, it's just like a workbook to brainstorm. So check it out if you haven't completely
Yeah.
gotten if you're not 100% sold on your brand, you can always spruce it up a little bit. Curb culture is, I think, set. I'm digging the vibe that with the neon colors and stuff. It's such a cool. All right, you guys, we're gonna show her first curb compared to her newest curb.
Oh yeah.
And Yeah, and we're gonna just, reflect on that. So in a moment that will be up. So tell us what you didn't like about your first one and what you done to improve it.
I was just using hard stencils the first curve.
Okay.
So when you make a mistake, if you use a paintbrush to correct the mistake, so shoot it into the lid
Yeah. The
and then
top.
use a
Mhm.
paintbrush. Now, if you try and paint, you are now making gray. If you're trying to fix your black paint with your white, you are making gray if you paint it. So you have to dab, and I didn't know that.
Right. Dabbing.
It
That's so
was
true. Dabbing.
so
Oh,
bright. Yeah, it was so bright because it was the middle of summer
yeah.
that I couldn't tell, like, I really couldn't tell standing next to it that it was like that,
Yeah.
and then when I go back now, looking at the pictures, I'm like, "I could see that plain as day," and I
Yeah.
told my boyfriend a couple times, I'm like, "I might go down to Prague and fix those free curves."
Yeah. No, no, that's what Kaylee said too, like, she did a couple of free ones too, and she was just like, "Yeah, I tried to go back and fix them."
Yeah,
But honestly, I'm really surprised you guys like, most of y'all's curbs actually look really good for the first one. I wanna show you mine. It's so bad. It's
really?
so bad. But,
I can't
I
wait to
don't
see
know if
it.
I'll just show you after, but oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Y'all are killing it. Again, this is like a learning curve, right? Every single day,
Yeah, yeah,
every single day. So, anyways, is there any kind of advice that you might have for newcomers or
uh,
anything like that?
measure, measure, measure,
Measure.
measure, and then one trick that I only saw one video, kind of an instructional video,
Mhm.
and somebody said, make sure and use a rubber mallet to smack down your tape. And
Really?
that is
I've
like
never
one
seen
of
that.
the, yeah. So I
Tell
take a
us.
rubber mallet. Yeah. So
That is the effect of the mallet. It seals it.
I measure my rectangle and then I take a rubber mallet and whack that sucker down all around the edge to keep it from running
Yeah,
under the tape.
we all have different ways to do this.
Yeah.
You wanna know my
It helps.
secret?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm just curious, what do you use, to do your initial rectangle? What's your tape choice?
Oh, so the first time when I first make my box, I just use like the manila masking tape. It's kind of a cheap tape, and I just make my rectangle and then use the angle grinder. And I grind every curve. I don't care if it's a $30 curve or a
Yeah,
$150 curve. Yeah, I grind it.
that's good.
Um, yeah, so my initial measurements, I tape off with that cheap masking tape, which I
And
also
then
use for
mallet?
borders. And
So that's the mallet?
I don't mallet it then when after because by the time I'm done grinding that, I've messed up that tape, so I
Yeah.
yank all the tape off and then there's this real fancy tape, it's a Gorilla tape. I think it comes in a plastic container.
What color is it?
That it's usually green or
Green?
yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
And
frog tape.
frog tape, yes. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the stuff, yeah. I'll use that or just, scotch, and that's what I whack. And one of the things that one of the greatest tools I reinvested in, into myself to get to spoil myself while I'm doing this was the paper and tape roller.
yes, me too. I have
Oh
2
my
of them.
gosh,
It's
it's so
everything.
great. It
It's
is,
so great. It
it
is
is.
everything. So, in my school, I have a list of, like, all the tools that I use. Yeah, I put it's actually the most expensive thing to buy out of everything that I chose to but it's gonna save so much time,
It
and it is
truly
so
does.
worth it, right? It's so worth
Yeah,
it.
and
It's
the
only 25 bucks, but it's so worth it. But okay, let me tell you my secret, and I'm sure everyone dogs it, okay? Nobody ever tries it. Okay, so this is what I do. I put clear moving tape as my rectangle,
oh,
and I
really?
never, ever have it ever run. It never runs. It is the most perfect
Really?
line in the world. I swear to God.
I'm gonna
I have a video on it, and I'm telling you, it will change your life. Let me tell you something. And
like
I'm so
shipping
serious.
tape, like
Huh?
clear shipping tape.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Yes.
it. I'll try it.
Try it. Please, thank you. Please try it
I
and tell me
will.
what you think.
I'm
Okay,
gonna.
so this is what happened. I was regular tape like everybody else. I was using this, masking tape, whatever it was. And one day I ran out and I had some packing tape, okay? And I was like, "Shoot, I have to use this, like, whatever, I guess I'll do it." I did it, and it's not gonna stick perfectly onto the ground, okay? It's not gonna always just be, like, sticking on there really good. But if you want, you can take another piece, like well, what I do is I use my little dispenser thing that will secure it, right? So when I accidentally used it, I took it off and it was just like this perfect line, and I was like, "Mine is freaking blown." I was like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
because I had every single time it was running, like, every single time. And yeah, they
Yeah.
say, "Okay, yeah, do, like, lighter coats." That's fine, but if you just, like, for some reason don't do a light coat, this still will protect it. I don't know why, but it does.
I'm
I
gonna
can't wait for
try
you to
it.
try it.
Yeah.
It will save you steps too. If you, like, go in and grind and then put your tape off a little bit, or just, like, whatever, it might save you a step. I don't know. Do what you want because everyone's comfortable with what they're doing, but the that clear masking tape, I swear to God, it's game changer, and I just want somebody else to, like, feel that happiness too. Like, a lot of people have been like, no, yeah, okay, we'll try it, Jillian, nah," but they never do. Do it, and then you're just gonna be like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, it's just something about laying flat and not going through the grooves, because like, how that tape will just, like, kind of it will, like, go on the grooves of the actual concrete. That's what's
Uh-huh.
causing it to leak. Like, this lays flat, and it doesn't go with the grooves, it just flat on top, and it somehow causes it to be a perfect line, and it never runs. Well, I gotta say, it was really great to talk with you,
Yeah.
and meet you for the first time,
Yes.
and welcome to the Curb
Thank
Culture
you.
group
This
every
is my
day.
life.
What a
Yeah, I
dream. It's
it
so cool that
truly
you're able to
is.
full-time do this, and then coming from the trucking industry, I'm sure it's just like night and day, and
It is.
I'm
Oh
so
my
happy for
gosh.
you.
It is a
Yeah,
relief.
it
Yeah,
is
I get to do art every single day.
every day.
It
I know. Dream. I'm so happy I'm able to create every day. That's what's important.
yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining this show and telling us about your amazing journey. And we can't wait to see what comes next. So thank you. And you guys tune in and definitely hit this follow, like, and subscribe button because we have more coming every week. So thanks for coming to Curb and see y'all later. Curb. Sorry, that's the thing. Okay, cool. Yay.